Good morning, folks. Thank you for attending this free video lecture. My name is Stanley Merriman, and I'm a hotel manager of a hotel in Branson, Missouri, a wonderful tourist town, and I'm going to give you some free information here to hopefully save you a headache in the future. I am going to explain to you very quickly and as concisely as possible the difference between using a credit card and a debit card when reserving a hotel room at a hotel and then eventually paying for that hotel room or resort, whatever you want to choose to call lodging institution. Okay, when you're going to make a reservation for a hotel, remember when you do that, whether it's online or whether it's calling the hotel directly, however you want to do it, really that's pretty much a binding contract that you're going to show up and you're going to stay in that room, or you're going to properly, within the guidelines, cancel that reservation. Most hotels, most resorts will require you cancel a reservation 24 hours in advance. If you're supposed to arrive on a Friday, you need to cancel by that Thursday. Amazingly, the franchise that I work for, we actually allow a 6 p.m. same day cancellation. So you will not be charged if you can't make it. So just to touch on it real quickly, if you're not going to be able to make your stay for whatever reason, even if it's an emergency reason on that day when you're coming, please call the hotel, speak to that manager or front desk manager, explain the situation, and try to get that reservation canceled, or you will be charged for that. Unfortunately, if they have a 24-hour cancellation policy, you're probably not going to get your money back. With me, you would, as long as you cancel before 6 p.m. I have even allowed after 6 p.m. with emergency situations. The car blows up, the flight was canceled, the kids got sick, I'm here on the side of the road and I've got a puking baby. Okay, I will go ahead and cancel that because I know I can sell that room again within 5 to 10 minutes, no problem. So that covered cancellations properly. Always cancel your room properly if you can't make it. Debit cards is not a credit card. We cannot run it mysteriously as debit or credit. I don't know where this myth came from, other than there's a little credit card institution down on the bottom of your debit card, MasterCard, Visa. There's a little symbol down there making you mysteriously think this is a credit card. Your debit card is directly tied into your bank account. You do not have a pre-existing line of credit somewhere that you can slowly pay off or quickly pay off in the future. It is directly tied to your bank account. I want to give you a quick example, and hopefully this will help somebody in the future not ruin their vacation. You do not have access to a credit card, which I suggest you get access to, and you always place that on file and use that when you travel. You have so much more security with a credit card, and especially, of course, the major ones, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. You know, you can dispute charges, you can be protected from identity theft, things of that nature. You can do some of that with your debit card. However, it's a lot more red tape, and by golly, you're in a bind because if something unfortunately ever happened, your account has been affected, and that's your money, not some financial institution's money that they're loaning you on a credit card, basically. So let's get back on track here. I apologize for getting off tune. You make the reservation. You place a debit card on file. You're coming in on I don't care whether you're going to Disney World or you're coming to Branson, Missouri. You rent a hotel room for Friday and Saturday night. On that Friday, 99% of the hotels, resorts across America, if they have competent management, is going to pre-authorize the method of payment on file. If that is a debit card and your total after tax for one night is going to be $100, I'm going to pre-authorize that card generally between noon and 4 p.m. I'm going to pre-authorize that card for one night stay. Some hotels and resorts, they're going to pre-authorize it for the entire stay. I'm just going to do it for one night. $100. I'm going to pre-authorize your debit card that you placed on the file. I'm going to send a message to your bank. Hey, we need possibly $100 from this account to pay for this room tonight. This is our security that we're going to get paid for that room. I mean, if you just then don't show up, you don't call us, I'm still charging you $100 for that room, folks, because I could have resold that room to someone else that was willing to pay that amount of money. And generally by then, it's a sold out town, and they would have paid a lot more for that room. So it's, I hate to say it, but it's no skin off my back. If you don't cancel right, I've got to charge you. Okay. Now, on your debit card, when I do this pre-authorization for $100, it sends a message to your bank. Hey, hold $100. We might need it. You're going to nowadays with smartphones and iPhones say, whoa, they've already charged my card for $100. We didn't charge anything, folks. This is a misconception. It's a pre-authorization. The money's still in your account. It's set to the side where you can't touch it, but it's still there. I don't have the money. I'm not in the back room saying, ha 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 ha, I've got their $100. No, 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 no. All I've done is an insurance to my hotel that I know we're going to get paid for that room one way or another, whether you show up or don't show up. The next day, it will become a charge at 7 o'clock the next morning. Now, you show up to the hotel. You've got your debit card on file. We've done a pre-authorization on your debit card. You decide to use that debit card. That is the best thing to do. If you place a card on file and a pre-authorization has been done on that card, use that card to pay for that room. That way, the pre-authorization is immediately dropped with an authorization and a charge, and there's no problems. We go ahead, you show up, you're staying 2 nights, $100 a night. We charge $200 a card. The $100 that was pre-auth is included in that $200. Therefore, all that's held, taken, whatever from your account is just $200. You show up then, and you have a debit card on file, and you decide, I don't really want to use my debit card. I think I'll use my credit card. I'll pay cash. You pay us $200 in cash, $200 on a credit card. We drop on our side, we drop the pre-authorization on your card for $100. However, it's a Friday night. Financial institutions such as your bank will probably 99% of the time not recognize that we have dropped that pre-authorization and said, hey, let those folks have their money. We don't need it until Monday, Tuesday, or beyond. 24 hours up to 10 days before you'll be able to access that pre-authorization that we did for $100 earlier in the day before you arrived. Now, you're like, hold it. You have double charged me. You've got my $100 off my debit card, and I gave you $200 in cash. You guys are crooks. Sorry, folks. That's not the way it works. And unfortunately, I have many wonderful people I know in the banking industry, relatives. I wish they would better explain it to their card holders what a situation is. But sometimes they pass the buck. Oh, well, we're going to do nothing about that. Well, yes, they can. We can have that pre-authorization drop much more quickly. On their side, we've already done it on our side. We don't have your money. We've told the bank to let you have your money back. It's up to them to let you access your money when and how they want to. That's not my problem, folks, but I will try to help reconcile it with you. Because then on Sunday morning, Monday morning, because you're not going to be able to contact your bank on a Sunday, now are you? When you get ready to check out, you see there's still $100 there that looks like it came from your account, but it's still there at your bank. They're just not letting you touch it. All I can do then, around 90% of the financial institutions will allow me on Monday morning to send them a fax, all the information, an official request to go ahead and immediately drop that pre-authorization and let you access that money. So you went all weekend not being able to access that $100 on your debit card. If you have plenty of money in your account, that's no worries or problems to you. However, whether you have plenty of money in your account or you don't have plenty of money in your account, it's going to give you a worrisome situation. You're going to be aggravated at me, and that's aggravated at my employees, and aggravated at my hotel for absolutely no reason. We have done nothing wrong. You have really done nothing wrong. All that you did was accidentally, by being misinformed or uninformed, you have caused yourself a headache. And for that, that's why I'm giving this free information. Don't cause yourself a headache on your vacation. Vacations are supposed to be fun, not worried about are you being double charged for a room, because you're not. Now, some places may make mistakes. There is the exception, but 99% of the time, this information is 100% correct and will save you many headaches. If you reserve a hotel room with a debit card, when you get to that hotel, pay with that debit card. All will be well. If you reserve a room with a credit card, and then you get to the hotel and you don't want to use that credit card, you'd better pay cash or debit card, you're in a much better position. because the credit card company, they haven't even charged you yet. You're not have to pay no finances charge or anything on that $100 pre-authorization. We can charge your debit card immediately. We can take your cash. We'll drop the authorization on the credit card, and it's no big deal. No harm, no foul, because we're used to that happening all the time. Like I said, one more time, folks, if you're going to place a debit card on file for a reservation, for Pete's sake, when you show up, first of all, have enough money in your debit card account, in your bank account, to cover not only one night, but probably all the nights of your stay in that hotel room. Okay? Don't give us a secondary account you have where you only keep 25, 30 bucks in there just to keep the account open, because what'll happen when I pre-authorize that card on Friday evening and it says, whoops, pre-authorization declined. Basically, there's not enough money in this account, things of that nature. The account has expired. Then folks, I'm going to be left with one of two options, which I choose to do as much as I can for you. I'm going to try to call you immediately. Say, hey, sorry, there's some situation, whether you're traveling and you didn't inform your financial institution you're going to be traveling, and they think this might be something shady going on, or whether you just don't have the money in the account, whether you was issued a new debit card with a new expiration date, whatever the situation is, if I can't contact you and if you're not close to the hotel getting there, or you don't give me a new card number, whether it be credit or debit, on the phone at 6 p.m., I'm canceling that reservation. I'm reselling that room, folks, to protect my business, to protect the owner's assets, and to protect my job. Because if I didn't resell that room and then you decided not to show up because you knew you gave us a debit card with only 25, 30 bucks on it, we can't do anything anyway except get to 25, 30 bucks. You have cost our business then money, because we could have re-rented that room to somebody else. So I'm not taking that chance, folks. I'm going to try to get a hold of you, which most hotels won't even do that. They're just like, oh, well, they should have known better. Me, I will actually try to call you, and I will keep trying to call you. I've even texted folks. I've emailed folks. I've done everything in my power to try to contact them, because the last thing I want them to do is show up at 8 or 9 o'clock at night expecting their hotel room, and someone else is already in that hotel room, because I had to cancel your reservation because there wasn't no way for me to protect myself, and I've had to resell it to somebody else, which generally then actually is more willing to pay more money because it's the last hotel room in Branson, Missouri. And then you're stuck trying to find a hotel room last minute. We'll be more than happy to assist you with that. But there's no reason to get mad at us. There's no reason to get mad at the hotel owners, managers, employees. All we've done is our job. That is it. So, to make a long story short, I suggest get a credit card, use a credit card when you travel. If you cannot and you place a debit card on file for your hotel room, make sure you have plenty of funds on that card in your bank account to cover your stay at the hotel. And then when you arrive, use that card to pay for that stay. If you switch payments when you arrive and a pre-authorization has already been done, and you switch to cash or you switch to a credit card, you're still not going to be able to access that money all weekend, folks. I'm sorry. That's not my fault. I'm sorry. I hope this information has helped someone. I hope it saved you some headaches on your travels in the future. And I really appreciate your time. And I hope you enjoyed this free literature, because as everyone that worked with me in the hospitality and hotel industry knows, I'm going to write a book someday on this industry. And the first chapter of my book is going to be the free information you just received. Don't use a debit card when you travel. Thank you folks very much. I hope you enjoyed this and have a wonderful day.